What is up, everybody, and welcome back to another episode of Drawing with Jack. This is your host and friend, Skip Marazzi, here with you today. As you see, Jack is not here. Hopefully, he is feeling better and will be joining us soon. I have not heard. We do have a special guest who is coming to join us, Taylor Wingerter. So I'm glad she is an improviser, and whenever we have improvisers on, we get to talk about improv, and I love talking about improv. If you guys haven't caught it, we talked to Mandy Bedbury last week. We have talked to sorry, Aaron Campbell, and we've talked about improv and his theory. We talked to John Abbott, of course, recently. So it's one of those things that I like quite a bit. I forgot, of course, Jock Schloss. Um, and last but not least, of course, Tracy Yeast about all sorts of improv because it for us is a way of life, and the more that we practice it, the more that we see how necessary it is. Um, so hopefully they will both be here soon. But here's one thing that I want you all to mull over while we're taking this little break, because I came across this right as I was about to come on, and I noticed that I got to take a look for my birthday, and I thought that that was interesting. You might want to look for yours. One of the things I thought was interesting about this, but of course highlighted the day. I don't know if this is facts. It does seem interesting, but you see that. September 17th is the most common day for children to be born. And of course, what's 9 months back from that. But December 17th. So, um, I don't know. I don't know what to tell you, except for that is the thing. What's up, Jack? How are you? You may not be able to hear me for some reason. Let me try refreshing. How is that?
Oh, there we go. Yes, there he is.
Nice. Well, welcome to Drawing with Jack. Thank you for having me. At the
I'm
same
so sorry that I'm late.
at the same time.
I was down the street at the gas station. I was buying my snacks for the sesh,
You
and
need snacks, so I'm glad that you have snacks. And
yeah,
it
I
sounds like you're
really
feeling
do.
better.
So I am feeling better. Yes,
Good,
it
good.
was a momentary. There's like something going around right now, and it's like a stomach bug thing, and I think I might have already have had it, but it like hit again. It was like not cool. It was not fun. But yes, I am better.
Nice. Okay, well, good. Uh, Aaron,
Um,
I think you're on your phone, right? There should be a way that you can tap like maybe the three buttons on your phone or like something on the stage itself that says like speak on stage. Um, I'm sorry. I want to let you on stage, but I'm right in the middle of texting somebody. Is what's happening. And Jack, I apologize for
Here,
cutting you off.
yeah, no. Let me see if I can let him on stage.
You can also, yeah. See, we have the stars, so as the stars, we can both get on stage ourselves and invite other people on stage, which
Oh
is
yeah.
a cool superpower that I made sure that we all had. That's why I'm like, Aaron, I'm pretty sure that you can speak on stage whenever you feel you want to. Um, have you?
What? So I looked for that.
Okay.
All it said was like edit stage, voice settings, notifications. Like it, there wasn't join
Did you click
uh,
on your own icon?
on my own icon.
Here, you know what? You guys hang out for a second, okay? I'll be right back. I'll see if I can figure out what you would be looking at because I only look at it on the
Yeah.
computer. You guys know each other, right? You've talked before. All right, bye.
Who is this guy? Wait.
What's
I'm a
going
robot.
on?
We do
I've
have a
never
guest, and that's
seen
what I'm
this.
trying to get in contact with. So,
Jack, what's going on?
Aaron! Wait, I'm sharing my screen.
okay, it really just forwarded me over, no problem, as if I was always on stage.
So many PlayStation controllers!
Great, then you can invite people to play a PlayStation game. That
Yeah.
I'm sure is multiplayer.
Grand Theft Auto, I presume.
My guy, as
Is that
usual,
multiplayer?
it's not as straightforward as you would want. You have to click on yourself and then scroll down, and it's below the first set box of settings, and then it says speak on stage. Be right back.
Oh.
I gotta click on myself.
Whoa.
Yeah, well, the first thing about doing anything is you have to believe that you can.
You do.
So
That is true.
yeah, it wasn't there until I believed hard enough, and then it was. Jack, we haven't been able to
Let me
shout it
try
out
it.
in some of these episodes, but what you've been doing in that bottom panel is awesome. Like, it's Luna's dressing room, and it just keeps getting better and better.
Well, good. Yeah, unfortunately, I have not. Oh no, my monitor. Wait, I'm sorry. Hold on 1 second. Sorry that I'm doing this.
No, actually, I wanted to intro this episode, and I started to, but I didn't have my info. I didn't have my audio to you. But I pulled up this chart that was the most. It lists all the birthdays, and it says how common they are. And one of the things that this chart points out is that the 17th of September is the most common birthday. Um,
Oh, wow.
yeah,
September
right?
17th.
Yeah. So that means, something is happening in like, 9 months back is inclusive counting, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. It's in January 17th. Something kicks off in January 17th and makes everyone like real hormonal, ready to roll.
Probably, yeah. It's probably Christmas. I mean, like, I would say Christmas is the time to.
Well, you
Most
would,
people are like,
you would
If
think,
it would have been
right? But
February, it would have been like Valentine's Day.
yeah, exactly. But it's so if the person is born on the 17th, then you count backwards, right? So it's like one. It puts in August, so it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, it's December 17th. Is when they're conceived, conceivably.
the holiday season.
So the holiday season,
Indoors,
like leading up to Christmas, people are like, "Let's get going."
eating
Yeah.
all kinds of food, celebrating with the family.
Oh, you
Yeah.
think that? Okay, gotcha. Yeah, okay. So the next most common days. So this is a weird one. So the next most common day is actually April 8th. But
Okay.
yeah, which is like rando. But then out of nowhere, then it's like right after that, the most common days after that are the 23rd and 24th of September. Oh, sorry. 23rd and 24th of September. So leading up to Christmas and the day right and Christmas Eve is when people are born or conceived. Conceivably.
Yeah, it's their present.
It's definitely
Yeah.
the present.
Yeah, April
You
makes sense.
you get
though,
sex
because
once a year, and just a Christmas gift.
Yeah, exactly.
the end of summer, because that's 9 months back from April is August.
Yes, August 8th, I think is the date, which would be where it's lining up, I think.
Yeah, and that's like the harvest. Is starting to be done. Like I feel like it's like the end of it's like the end of something and the beginning of something new, and I think that's another time that people have naturally been festive.
Let's reap what we sow.
Let's say,
Exactly. So,
Professor Venus to say banging, uh, just to keep it on point. Uh, you are correct, of course. The one that falls that ties for the holiday, the New Year's Eve actually is October 4th. Um,
okay.
so what is that?
Wow.
4 days after New Year's?
Um, that's the one that would be in February, right? So
No.
4 days? Is it really 4 days? Is it after New Year's?
Yeah, it's 4 days after New Year's is when people are getting conceived, tied with Christmas Eve. So all the holidays have settled down, and people are kind of feeling like, well, what do I want to do? Banging. Um,
Yeah, they're hungover,
It's
tired
winter
from.
outside.
right, yeah,
Yeah,
exactly.
What else are you gonna
You
do?
know, you've recently just met somebody, you're getting schmoozy. Um, you still don't hate each other yet, and then banging. So yeah, good
and
times,
then
good times.
bang
Um,
it.
banging. And then February 6th, sorry, February 12th is tied for place number 6. And when I say tied, it seems to be its own. But um,
That's a cultural phenomenon.
yeah, it sounds like that's kind of it's like so that there is one that is like the end of harvest, but the rest of them pretty much fall around the holidays. All right, so where do you guys fall on the charts? You have a birthday coming up actually this week, Jack, right? Like
I
on
do.
Thursday or Friday.
Really? Happy early birthday.
Well, coming up.
Yep.
Yeah.
Thank
'Cause
you,
it's like
Sagittarius Power.
it's Sagittarius.
Um, yeah, I'm sorry that I'm eating on our podcast.
You went to
Terrible
go
fun.
get snacks and then now you're eating them. I mean,
I know, I'm
it was
hungry. I
it
did
was
not have
it was
dinner.
definitely a decision,
I had
and I'm
salad for
glad you're
lunch.
eating. Wow, bro. Yeah, please get some food. So it
Um,
turns out, what is it, the 11th or the 12th?
the 12th.
Okay,
Doxing
so
myself. Yes, December
yeah.
12th.
Oh,
Savage.
doxing. Sorry for the docs. Now all I have to do is find out
No,
your
it's fine.
age,
That's
and
fine. Fine.
they've got
It's fine. It's fine.
everything. I can also delete it. But I was wondering because so the 11th is the 316th least common, and your birthday is the 327th. So bunch of rare types you guys are, because that whole week, is 357, 351, and 343. It's
Yeah.
like, you know what I mean? I guess I could have asked you that week, and I could have just told you all those numbers. Um, but yeah, no, yeah. So you guys are pretty rare, turns out. Pretty, yeah.
Which I believe that. I
One
believe that
of
for
one of the
sure.
rare types, yeah. Um,
Hey, there's a few people in our audience.
Really?
Are any of
Oh
them?
crap!
Yeah.
Thank you for reminding me. We actually do have a guest. That was the whole purpose. Hi guys. Hi everybody. Welcome to the show. Here's our guest Taylor Wingerter, who we're talking about improv, and Adam LeShok, who I've invited on to be as a co-host as he has the availability. Because he's a stand-up comedian, and also enjoys improvised comedy because he basically does sets of improvised comedy. Welcome everybody. Chandler, if you want to tune in, of course, you're welcome to. We were looking at our birthdays to see how common they were, and so I was looking at a chart inside the screen. Hi everybody. Hi.
Hi.
Hello, it's good to be here.
What's up? What's up?
It's good to have you guys. On screen is Jack Haynes, who is our illustrator for Cox in Space. In the crowd with us on stage is Aaron Cosfield, the professor of comedy, who Adam, and Taylor. I'm sure you're glad to meet everybody at once, right? That's not overwhelming, is it?
Yeah, that's fun.
Amazing. Love it.
I'm glad that you're here. Now, you're here because we met through the Second City Improv Festival, although technically we actually haven't met because I saw you on stage, and that makes my brain believe that I know who you are. But you did not see me lurking in the audience, so I'm glad that you're here. Thank you for joining us specifically.
Oh yeah. No, I love that not at all creepy. It's fun and exciting.
Well, that's how you I'm sure you coach a lot of people or a number of people, right? That's what you're doing now as far as improv is.
Yes.
Um,
Yeah.
yeah, which is awesome. And so, but you meet them in a very different way because you see them perform, right? Like
Right.
before you ever really hang out with them, likely. And so, like you get a read on people when you know how they are by what their creativity is like,
Absolutely.
right?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I totally agree. In fact, we have this thing where we call like a talent crush, where you see somebody and they blow your mind and you fall in love with them, and they don't
Right.
know who you are, but you're just in awe. I'm not saying that you feel that way about me, but if you did, I wouldn't be mad.
Right. No, yeah, exactly. That's why it's like I gotta reach out to Taylor. I want to talk to her about because you guys had such a great set and you just had so much fun. I could just see you having so much fun. I was like, fun person to hang out with.
Yeah. I'm
So
stoked
yeah,
to be here.
but yeah,
Been
talent
talking,
crush,
but
right? Yeah, like that's just you you see who people are, especially when they improvise or they're doing comedy of sorts, because you see inside their brains, especially if you have a knack for reading them.
yeah, awesome. I missed how popular are your birthdays, or how
Oh,
common are your birthdays?
well,
Oh yeah, I wanted to
so
know
we
how
were
I
actually
know
getting
mine.
through that. Do you guys want to keep rolling with it? We could keep doing that. I didn't want to
Yeah.
make you feel okay. So Jax
Mine, not very
Jax
popular.
turns out it's not very common. We were going to go
What
to
is
Aaron
it?
Cosbiel, the professor of comedy. It's in December. It's in January, right? Or beginning of January?
Okay.
The 10th. Okay, gotcha.
Capricorn.
Yeah, my boy the Capricorn. So you're like less rare than Jack, but on the rarer side at 272. And it's interesting because right next to your birthday, the 9th is 255, which is a little less.
Oh, you misheard the 5th,
The 5th, okay,
January
that's
5th.
okay. Wow, okay, then you are way more common. January 5th is 76, 76th
Yeah, I know
in
like
ranking.
7
Oh,
people with
that's
that.
how many trombones led the big parade.
Um,
Well, there you go.
that's fantastic. I don't. Okay,
Yeah.
so.
Shit.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
I'm familiar.
Brain.
Okay, good. I'm sorry. I know. I was like, oh, okay, good. Yeah, totally. That's how common your birthday is, which is it's within the first 100, which means there's a lot of you guys as well. So cool. Bunch of real friendly Capricorns. So yeah, if you're ever worried that your friendliness and you're being outnumbered, there's a bunch of you. So that's
Good.
not there.
There should be many friendly people.
Yeah, absolutely. Adam, when's your birthday?
Wait, I want to know how unpopular Jack's birthday is first.
Oh, yeah, okay, gotcha. If you want
The
the
number!
if you want
Give us the number.
the actual
Give us the number.
the actual numbers were the 327, 357, 355. Oh wait, no, what was it? The 11th, 12th. There it is.
12th, the 12th.
327th in ranking, and the 13th is
Oh.
357th in ranking, out of 366.
Okay. Oh wow. Okay, weird. Little lull there.
Right.
Mine is July 22nd.
Oh,
All right, so we're looking at July 22nd.
I think it's gonna be up there. It's at least
Oh.
in the middle of the pack.
Real common. No, real common. It's 39th.
39.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. So yeah.
Damn.
Yeah. Cancer cusping though.
Jeez.
Cancer cusping Leo.
Wait, look up July 12th because I know 3 people with the birthday July 12th.
Really?
Yeah.
Statistically
Yeah, it is.
improbable. You're in a weird group somehow because
I know.
that's 269th in ranking.
269.
Yeah, right?
Wow,
Exactly.
okay.
Like it's like I mean that's definitely like more rare.
Yeah, that is. Yeah, that's a bias for sure. Interesting. Okay.
Yeah, I'm gonna run mine real quick just so I know what it is, and then Taylor,
Yeah.
we're gonna come up on you.
Yep.
So yeah, so I'm 295th in ranking, which is like that. I think that's more like middle of the pack, leaning towards rare, right?
Yeah, for sure.
So
What day?
the 8th of June. So there's
Okay.
there's a lot of us lovable goofballs, but we pop up every so often.
Yeah, there you go.
Taylor, where are you at?
I'm August 16th.
August 16th.
Same day as Madonna.
I'm sorry. I just
Really?
realized my music was on.
Yeah, yours is more on
I'm so sorry.
on the rarer side because it's at 283. It's not quite breaching 300, um, but it's like middle of the pack. So yeah, okay, cool. You have
Yeah,
a lot of people in common, and
about
then
the
that
same as about the same as you. Wait,
yeah.
I gotta know what the least and most, or in least and most
Okay,
common
so
is.
this is what started the conversation. This is what got me interested
Okay.
also because the most common birth date is September 17th.
Oh,
Huh?
that's weird.
Right.
Huh.
What conclusion do you draw from that?
Like New
Well,
Year's Eve baby or
yeah,
something?
that's kind of what I'm thinking. That's
That's what
about it. Because
that's what I
I
was
know that that's common, right?
yeah, because
Yeah.
check this out. The third and fourth most popular ones are the 23rd and the 24th.
Maybe
Weird.
it's Martin
Okay.
Luther King Day.
Yeah, some justice babies.
There's all
Yeah.
these babies in justice.
I have a
Okay.
Or,
dream
you know,
that
they're
one
just
day I will
supporting
have
sex
sex with it.
workers, you know?
Now, I've been trying to, as I go through this chart, find that number that is the 366, but I haven't so far been able to find it because,
Well, the 366 has to be. It has to be
Leap year.
February. Yeah, February 29th, right?
that makes sense. Okay, so what I'm really looking for is 365.
365.
Maybe I've seen it, I didn't know, right?
Control F. Control F.
Oh, it's a GIF. I would have to like
Oh,
Google
it's a
image
gift.
search
Damn.
it. Okay, so one of the least common is January 1st, which is 363.
That kind of makes sense.
Yeah, where you're like people are
Okay.
like, no, hold off, like just don't,
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I know. I was gonna say, literally, yeah. Hold off.
just don't stress yourself out
Not
right now.
today.
Yeah.
Not
We
today.
got a lot going on. But yeah, no, you were right. February 29th is the 366. Uh,
Okay. Okay. Yeah.
Also in
It'd be
January.
weird if it wasn't.
Yeah, no, actually, they're like a lot of people happen to be born that day.
Yeah.
There it is. I
Just.
found it. Nice. It is in December, and it's Christmas Day. Christmas Day is the least common day of
Christmas
the year.
Day.
Yeah, to be born.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Oh.
So yeah, followed by yeah, yeah. There you
Wait.
go.
Wait. January. So
Yeah,
wait,
and
is January 1st the second least common day or the
so
third least
it's
common day? Now I gotta
actually
know what the
the
second
the
is.
day after Christmas is the least common day.
No way. That's my dad's birthday.
Wow, he's a
Wow.
really rare baby,
I'll have to
statistically
tell him that
speaking.
next time I see
So,
him. Yeah.
and now we know.
Yeah. Wow.
Taylor,
Interesting.
how is it being a Leo?
Oh, I feel like I know a lot of Leos. Maybe in improv, but
Fair, fair. They're very bold.
I like being a Leo.
Okay, fair.
Was anybody else going like, okay, I dated somebody with that birthday, or anyway, you're listing all these birthdays, and I was like, and you said June 8th, right? Like,
Yeah.
I think my college sweetheart was a June 8th baby, a two-faced Gemini.
You have to,
Right?
yeah. Well, you fall in love with us because we're sweet, and then, all of a sudden you meet somebody else who is also hanging out with you. Um, and it's not like it's intentional, but there's just, we've got what we like to call depth. And everyone likes to
rings
go, yeah, I don't
Is
know.
that what you like to call it?
Yeah, that's my most common excuse. Um, so this is why I look at guests instead of me. I'm gonna look back at anybody else in this chat. Taylor. So no, the thing is that is fun is about being a Gemini is that you can really like you. You can have a bunch of different conversations with them that none of them have to be taken seriously, even if they're being serious the entire time. So I think that's fun. That's a fun trait.
Wait, actually, yeah, are you supposed to never take it seriously in improv? Is that a rule?
Um, Well, no, I think that you have to
I
in
zoned out a little
improv.
bit.
Thank you for directing it back to the topic at hand, Adam. But yeah,
Okay.
for me, improv is that from the inside the character's point of view, you always take it seriously. But as a comedian, you do it with the intention because you realize taking it the most serious is the funniest. Fair or not fair, Taylor?
Yeah, I was gonna say Taylor. Yeah,
Yes, you're totally right. Commit to the bit.
Yeah. Like the
Jimmy
character's gonna
Fallon's a
suffer.
very funny guy, but when he is laughing during those scenes,
Yeah.
those sketches,
Yeah.
you're like, it takes you out of it. But when they're like in it,
More
yeah, you
cowbell
gotta more
from
cowbell.
yeah.
how about
Like the reason that's funny is because he never breaks and he's like he's going for it. Just as he would do any other role, right?
Yes. Oh man, and then I hate that. Are there people that don't know that sketch as
Oh, that
like
that might be, but I think
Cowbell?
it's a classic. Yeah, I mean, because it has Will Ferrell as the lead of that sketch. I think.
I was on the internet in the early 2000s, so I definitely know.
Yeah,
Okay,
that
great.
that might be. You know what? But Taylor, good point. And when I do the edit, I'll cut it in just so people know. We're gonna get it like censored, and we'll have to put it on Patreon. But go to our Patreon and support us over there so you can see it. But yeah, I forget. I made the reference earlier today. It was not Lord of the Flies, Silence of the Lambs, which are totally different, but would be a fun crossover. Um, but I
Lord
was
of the
like,
Land.
yeah, I was like, have you seen
Silence
Lord of
of
the
the
Lambs,
Flies.
right? The Christmas show. And yeah, exactly. It happens on Christmas, and one of them's trying to skin them and wear their skin on a desert island. Yeah,
He would have the children eating the other children. He
classic
would start
Christmas
to
show.
cannibalize.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. Yeah, exactly. They have to lock one of them up because it turns out he's actually eating people. Piggy, he's like Piggy. Anyway, but I was like, yeah, do you?
Sacrifice Piggy.
This is no problem for me to say to you all, do you know, Silence of the Lambs? And you guys are like, yeah, yeah. But like, they looked at me all like dumbfounded, like, the who? The what? And I was like, oh man, wow. Wow, I can't believe it's not been a cultural icon. I'll probably have to cut in like a clip of that to be like, this movie.
You were hanging out with people that hadn't seen Silence of the Lambs.
And didn't know what it was. That was the part that it wasn't that they hadn't seen it. If they hadn't seen it, I get it. You can't watch every movie, but like I thought that Silence of the Lambs had become pervasive enough that it was just like like the capital of the states or
I've never seen
The
it, but I
Color
know
Red.
what it is.
Yeah, yeah, exactly.
Same.
Yeah, that's what I figured. Like y'all wouldn't,
Sorry.
right? But like,
Casting aspersions.
Yeah, you got to have a party where you eat some fava beans, drink some Chianti.
Have you
it
guys
has
ever
a time
seen
and
the
place.
Mads Mikkelsen Hannibal show?
No.
No.
See, and that's why I thought that they would know it because there's current media going on about it. There's been a couple of
Top
shows
tier television.
recently. There was one that was focused on Starlink.
I did not know that.
Like not too long ago, like 3 or 4 years ago, that was terrible, but it existed. So that's what
I did not know that.
So I'm not going to call you out specifically unless you want to, I guess. But you're in Tennessee, right? That's where you met. Is East Tennessee, Taylor.
Yes.
And you,
Yeah.
but that's not where you're from. You came from Colorado, right?
That's right. I learned improv in Denver,
Sweet.
which is not an improv mecca, but was really lucky to, first of all, grow up in Colorado. What a beautiful place.
Right. Oh my God, I want to get out to the Southwest so bad. Back out to
Yeah. And there's so much state. Actually, I was surprised Tennessee is so much state, but Colorado has all sorts of topography, not just the mountains, and they've got sand dunes. But anyway, that wasn't your question. So I'm in Tennessee.
No, but
Yeah.
we can reminisce about Colorado. It is beautiful, right? It's like, oh my God, you're so lucky to have been born in Colorado.
Yeah. So
Denver. You were in Denver though. Were you there when Matt Franzen was there? Justin Franzen. I'm sorry, Justin Franzen.
Justin Franzen. Yes.
You know
Yes.
Justin. Okay.
I love some Justin Franzen. He and then he left and he came back.
A Gemini,
and then he
by
left
the way.
again. What's that?
Another Gemini, by the way. I think he's the 9th. Like we share our birthday is off by one day in some direction. Yeah. Okay.
Oh,
His brother was our roommate.
Yeah, and then
are
also,
you
so
kidding?
no, so yeah, that's how I knew him. We knew him in Chicago. That's why I met him. Is we started improvising together, like 2004 or five, and then later on, yeah, he and Aaron and I, yeah, we all lived together with his brother. Yeah,
Oh,
Matt.
that's
Yeah,
so
that's why
cool.
like I mixed him up because yeah. So
But definitely no. Uh, Now, Justin had quite the improv stint in Denver. I'm not sure he's still there. Um, yeah, I knew him at the Bovine. He coached me for a couple of different times,
that's awesome. That
and
was
he
kind of
started.
why I was asking the question. Yeah, because I figured he'd been around there. Okay, so you're learning from him too. Okay, I got you. That's cool.
Yeah, yeah. And he started a theater. I don't think he's managing it anymore, but yeah, he's definitely made a mark on the Denver improv scene.
That's awesome.
And
Yeah, and it wasn't a super mecca. That's why I was thinking that you guys, I mean, like it's small enough. How big was that community when you were there?
oh,
Approximately. I
so
mean, obviously people come and go.
oh sure, yeah. I started in 2007.
Okay.
I'll date myself, and
You should always take yourself out on a date. I mean, if you
yes,
don't depend on other
self love.
people, yeah,
How else can you
you
learn to
are
love
great.
yourself?
Yeah.
Yes, self love. I split the check with myself. I asked him to split it up just because.
Right, yeah, exactly. Just
Uh,
split it. I think you do one card and another card. Just make
yeah,
them run them out.
yeah.
Dang
Uh, you
it.
know,
So you
just
were
keep it simple.
2007 is when you were doing improv, you said.
Yes, sorry.
Ah,
Go
it was
all
my
over the
bad.
place.
I cracked the freaking
No, no,
joke
no.
and
I
spun
love
you
it.
out.
I love
I
it.
knew it. I know I was going to spin you out.
I know my ADHD. It's I do.
It's fun.
Yeah.
Why improv, right?
It's why improv. Yeah. So I don't remember. I started in 2007. That theater had been around. It was the Bovine Metropolis. Had been around for about 7 years at that
Okay,
point.
cool.
And I was there until 2022. So, but I was still like we're like the 37th graduating improv class, and the instructors were all the owner was very heavily Chicago trained. His name's
Who?
Eric Perone, and
Okay, Perot or bro?
Farone, Farone.
Okay, gotcha. Okay, I'm not sure if I know.
Yeah, yeah. Um, yeah, so he really kind of brought long form to Colorado, and
Oh, gotcha.
so
Chicago based for sure. So he's teaching like a
yeah,
Herald-esque form and the other types that spawned from that.
very like a lot of we did sketch shows. So he was a Second City
Okay, cool,
guy,
cool.
and so a lot of like Viola Spolin based
Okay,
stuff.
exercise games. Yeah, that makes sense. Okay.
Yes, and Viola Spolin was, the godmother of improv. Her sociologist friend Neva Boyd. They discovered children. Do you know the story? Should I share?
Please share. Yeah, because
Uh,
I
I do
mean,
not.
even if we
yeah,
do,
Know
the
the
audience
story.
doesn't necessarily know. Yeah.
yeah, sure, of course. So Neva Boyd in Chicago was watching these children who immigrant children speaking different languages. But they could play together. They could play games and understand the rules, even though they didn't speak the same language. And so she just was documenting, how they could communicate. Obviously, the things that are the tenets of improv: eye contact, big gestures, communicating with your body language, that sort of thing. And her friend Viola Spolin, who took that list and with her love of theater had developed these improv games that has developed over time. her son, Viola Smolin's son, Paul Sills, was one of the founders and the Compass Players in Second City, and so it kind of goes from there. But I do love that improv has its roots in from women and children. So, but that playfulness, I think, is cool. So anyway, that was sort of the training I came from, and
That's really cool. Yeah, that's the same. I've come from also, and that's why I love it so much. Is not that it's about making comedy. It's about understanding like yourself and how we engage socially with each other. Like that's what improv is for me.
oh yes, love, so playful and fun. And then I'll say, during the pandemic, there's another theater that opened. It was Voodoo Comedy Playhouse, and there were some other Denver,
Wait,
like I would say, pop-up
Taylor, you
theaters.
just jumped forward to the pandemic. So you were there from 2007 to 2000 so 13 years?
Yeah, it was 2022 when I moved.
Oh wow.
Um,
Okay, that's so awesome.
yeah,
Okay, cool. Yeah,
yeah,
I mean you were part of that scene.
yeah. I loved it very much. So I was an instructor there for 2010 to 2020, and then I became an instructor at Rise Comedy, which was formerly Voodoo. So when the Bovine closed, I forgot why I was saying that, but uh, it was, so I felt very lucky. I got to do so many things while I was there because I was kind of growing with it. They'd already had their first wave and done all the hard work.
Okay.
I'm knowing that because here I'm in Knoxville and I'm trying to start this improv
Uh-huh.
comedy scene. And I'm like, ooh, it was awfully nice to come in after they'd had, you know,
Right.
7 years of trial and error under their belt. And so I was very lucky to have, I got to go through the classes and then different long form teams, sketch shows, musical improv, house teams, genre shows. Just when you
I,
do improv for 10 years, 15 years, you get to try a lot of stuff.
Yeah, exactly. Adam, what's up?
I have a question when okay. So how much because so I was a child actor. I've taken a lot of acting classes. Um I don't actually feel like a class has ever made me better. I feel like just doing it has made me better. So how do you feel about like doing classes? Because for me as an actor, I was learning the most when I was like being forced into a role in a show, if that makes sense. You know what I mean? Like
Fair.
I have to do this, I have to make myself do this. Like it's not up to me to do whatever the hell I want. I got to get with the program a little bit here. And then I'm bad at that. So like I always have my kind of own twist on it, and which is like I don't know when I used to be an actor, directors would change scripts based on how I was behaving on stage, right? Because it just made the most sense. So what is a class? Because I know that that's like me being in control. And then is a class like kind of I don't know. Do you get what I'm getting at or not? Have I gotten
So
this
the
made this
question the
confusing?
question sounds like, what's the value of classes versus just going out and
Just
experimenting, correct?
experience.
Right,
Yeah.
okay, yeah.
Experimenting. Experimenting, yes.
Taylor, what do you think?
Oh, that's a great question because, there's tons of theaters and they all have their different doctrine.
Right.
And so the classes, some people take class. I think to your point, like nothing helps like reps, like just going up there
Mhm.
and working it. Um, and there's like widely debated rules and guidelines that it's like you learn them and then you break them. Um, the
Yeah,
I almost
exactly.
think
It's
like
Right,
improv.
right.
yeah,
That's the whole thing about comedy is that
That's the
it
problem.
shouldn't be
Like
yeah,
predictable.
that's the whole
Um,
issue. Yeah.
well, I would say it's a problem per se. Taylor, you pointed out the repetition of getting to go through different types of moves, right?
right.
Yeah, keep going, keep going.
Oh yeah. Um, uh, Yeah, just getting up there and trying. I think one of the the reasons classes are it does give the students like an agreed upon lexicon and some some moves, and honestly I think it's a way to train people up. As a theater, you want to train people up to be in your shows, and it's a way it's a way to get them to you know to your
Feedback into it.
Okay,
Yeah.
so okay,
yeah.
there is a good purpose for that streamline. I agree with that. Adam, to your point specifically, do you mind if I answer the question? I know
Yeah,
you're,
yeah.
Please.
you're okay, Tracy. Okay, and then Tracy, I didn't mean to step on your time. Sorry. Yeah. Okay. So thank you. Um,
No, you're.
so
Yeah.
when I was studying in Chicago, so I went through the schools, to do the shows, to meet the people. That was kind of the point of doing classes, was to like be a part of the community. But after that happened, I did start
Right.
experimenting. But what I would do is have a team, and we would hire coaches to come in. So we would experiment and like run shows to have them, and then have them watch them and see, like what we were doing, and then fix, adjust, and change. Um,
Critique. Yeah.
which is
Okay.
which is useful, like the coaching experience. But then more recently, I've switched to this idea that you should be doing improv. You should be running improv lessons, or like classes, the same way that you would like wrestling practices, so that you
Kinda.
you
Okay.
go through like specific moment types over and over again, so you feel what they feel like, so that when you hit that position on stage, you're like, oh, I know the moves that I've made from this, and you have kind of like a repertoire of like stuff you can do from that.
You know what's funny? That's interesting because I just thought about this, and my favorite part of improv is when somebody says something that is just free reign to say whatever the fuck you want to say, and
Right, right,
you
yeah,
get to make
exactly.
it like what I mean. You get to make it your own now. And like I don't
Living
know.
in
So
that world, yeah, 100%.
yeah, yeah. So maybe I should practice improv more. I don't know because
When
I
when
don't.
when
Yeah,
practiced
that's
correctly, in
interesting.
my opinion, it's really, really useful when you start to use it to learn like who people are and how people behave, and how to read that, and then how to quickly respond to it. Yeah, very, very useful. Taylor, did not mean to cut you out of the conversation. You have some
I just
thoughts?
want
No.
to wait. I want to say one more. Because I
Yeah.
think that I've always had hard ass acting coaches. So
Mm.
I was always getting that, like, because you were saying you have a coach, and like my directors were just so on my ass that I didn't really need any instant feedback, like any feedback other than that instant feedback, if that
That, I
makes
mean,
sense.
yeah, yeah,
Like,
exactly. You were getting the coaching in the
right.
yeah, in the session, in the acting. So you probably didn't
Yeah.
need classes. But yeah, to me that was always the most valuable.
Interesting.
Yeah. And
Uh,
Taylor,
that's
yeah, what
great.
were you saying?
but I
Oh yeah.
recognize, like, Taylor, to your point, like the reason I took classes, and the reason that I went through some of the schools a couple of times, is because I wanted to meet more improvisers. I wanted to get up on stage with them. When I was at SCIF, I took classes, even though I wasn't trying to learn anything from the class, because I wanted to hang out with the improvisers I'd been seeing on stage.
Yes. That's
You know,
exactly
you know.
why I stuck with it. I thought I was taking improv classes to do Whose Line Is It Anyway, and they're like, this is long form, and I'm like, I don't even know what that is.
Ah,
Um,
ah.
and and I what happened was I met a bunch of people I never would have met otherwise, and from all different backgrounds, and uh, Tuesdays were so fun. We just had the best time. So yeah, I kept taking classes because I just loved being with those people.
It's fun.
Uh,
Yeah, that's fine. It gives you a place to do it.
yeah, and as an instructor, it's an instructor and a coach. It can be a real privilege. I think I'm gonna get on my high horse here.
Do it.
Um, yeah, yeah, to watch folks that uh, yeah otherwise would not at all interact, but they've signed up for this class, and it's 6 or 8 weeks long, and you start watching people play together, and it just builds community. It's like, it's honestly, they cheer for each other.
Yeah.
Talking about acting, it's you can direct for a specific scene, but in improv, that scene's never going to happen again. And so, do you have trust with your teammates? Do you trust yourself to make choices? So it's just really cool to be collaborative and, I keep saying playful, but honestly, like playing with other people that are different than you, because you just learn so much.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Everyone's play style is a little bit different because we come from different backgrounds. But the thing that's always been most interesting to me about improv, and actually one of the reasons why I keep bringing people on the shows, is because everybody comes to a show or to a scene with a completely different point of view than you, and you get to find out about people when they come bring their truest selves to it, right? I just noticed that Tracy Yates is in the audience and she wanted to say hey. So she's saying hey to you.
Tracy, I watched Tracy's episode earlier
Oh,
today.
oh, really? The secret episode? Because that episode is top secret. Nobody knows about that episode.
Oh no.
For real though, for real. It's been what's the word when you put it? It's been blacklisted. Yeah, it's a blacklisted episode.
Oh.
So
Well,
you actually got to hear that. That's crazy. Okay, good. It was a good episode, right?
yeah, so fun. Tracy's somebody who, is another example of just, we've been doing free drop-ins here, and you tell me what you think, but, I've been improvising for a long time, and so I'm like, oh, I need people to play with, and doing these free drop-ins, and, Tracy popped in, and we love that she's been coming ever since. It's just a great way to, meet people, make friends.
Yeah.
I
Have
a lot of
fun,
people here.
play. You don't get to hear those words from adults very often. And I think that sucks.
Unless it's sexual,
when you were a
but
kid and you
Yeah, and
just
this in a sexual
went to
sense,
somebody's
right?
house.
Like it's
Yeah.
not in the and like you're like no, but yeah, the actual like I enjoyed like just being alive with other people around me. We cracked a bunch of jokes and died laughing for 90 minutes or 2 hours. Like hands down, that's why I kept going and getting coaches and hanging out with teams of people is because we would have a blast for 2 hours.
That's why I agreed to be on this podcast.
Yeah, right. It's like we're gonna improvise a show and just hang out together.
Yeah.
It's fun. It's fun to
It'll be
have
great.
fun. Yeah.
And I realize, like, I can sound like an absolute kindergarten teacher, like, all right, we're going to play. But it really does. Like,
Listen, the world is far too serious. Like people are like they take themselves and their lives too seriously. Like the reality is it's short. Like life is short. It's going very quickly. Like if you don't enjoy what's happening right now, it will be over before you know it. And that's why I think improv like makes you stop and notice because you start to notice that all the information you get is valuable. You can always use it for something, and so your eyes and your ears become open. I mean, Taylor, you've been doing this for 13, more than that now, almost 20 years now, improvising, right?
yeah.
So like, you recognize that your senses are all like you're just more aware of life.
Love it. Yes. It makes there are some areas where it makes it awesome, like small talk, interviews. Like I feel like I do generally pretty good interviews.
Right.
Well, I do.
You're doing all right.
Yeah, well,
Yeah.
all you have to do is roll with it,
Oh.
right? Like you yes and the last thing that was said.
Yes.
And?
I love job interviews. I didn't mean to be like, oh.
You'd be like this one. We're not. I mean, Adam might be hiring.
We're not
that. Yeah. Yeah.
No, we're not hiring
There's
over
nothing.
here right
There's
now.
nothing on the line for anyone in this conversation. So.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it makes it hard to do. It makes it hard to do take anything else like too seriously.
Yeah, that's true. And then when people are taking it seriously, and you're supposed to take it seriously, and you're like, but that won't be fun.
Yeah. Oh, it actually there have been a lot of downsides to that where it's like Oh, don't crack a joke right now. But, church giggles.
Right,
Funeral
exactly.
giggles.
I had to
Oh, but
stop
this,
cracking wires at one of my day jobs because I knew I could hit them so hard that it'd be like a stunner. Because they don't have years of experience, whipping zingers with
yeah,
professional comedians. And so like I hit one of them and I was like, oh yeah, that's right. Y'all play nice. This isn't like anyway. But yeah, I can see, yeah, that's a downside. I hadn't even considered that. Um,
yeah. I don't know. I'm not mad about it. I would much prefer to be silly and crack jokes
yeah,
than
100%.
serious.
And people so worried about all their things and their statuses and whatnot. And you're like, that's made up. We make them up every day.
Yeah. Oh man. I Yeah. Well, so it's interesting. Since I moved to Tennessee, I am on an improv troupe with 4 actors who are uh, self-taught-ish. They haven't been through classes, um, improvisers, but they're such strong actors, and so I'd love to uh, hear, your experience being an actor and like just more about like
Oh, that's
improv, like
okay.
the fear
That's
of
so
improv.
crazy. I didn't. Okay, so I heard you say actor, and I was like, okay, stage actor lines, and then you said self-taught improvisers. But because they're good actors, they can improvise. That's fucking cool because of course you can. Well, so
Yeah.
here's the thing, right? So
Yes.
I started out with an acting background, where learning scripts, learning lines, like the basics, like community theater, playhouse. I've just loved the community of that. And then I was taking a theater class in high school, and the teacher introduced us to Truth and Comedy by Del Close. And we started like doing some improv exercises and running some heralds and like this idea of like form. Anyway, short side story. It was in a class of like they were all like maybe 14, 15-year-olds in that age, like they're like freshmen and sophomores and juniors all mixed together. Somehow everyone was like playing together, and we kind of just like forgot that we were in a class, and they just did a show that like was a perfect herald where it like had the introduction, and then they did the introductory scenes, and then they all called them back in the second beat, and then they all called them back in the third beat and concluded the show as one piece. And none of us really knew how to do it, except for from reading the book, and we had all just learned it that afternoon. And truthfully, this might be just like the first time like dopamine hit or whatever, but like I've never seen like a more perfect herald in my life, or like like show in my life, even as imperfect as it
Yeah.
was and silly and whatnot. But like we all like everybody like woke up from the like dream afterwards, and we all like laughed. It was like, how did that happen? Like it was like, how did that story all work out like that? But everybody was just like so keyed in and just having fun together that yeah. It was like, and I've seen lots of improvisers improvise for a long period of time intentionally. You know what I mean? Like, very like masterful, of the craft. And, I've seen kids do it simply and perfectly, which is really the point, ultimately. So that did answer your question, but I think it does kind of actually, because you were, so if they're really good actors, right, then they're capable of doing what's necessary. Because in long form, what's more important than anything else is not being funny, but recognizing who you are, where you are, and what's going on, and living that, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
So I'm
Yeah.
sure they're doing great. And if they've studied scripts, that means that they understand how form works, at least in most ways that stories are told, because
Oh,
they've
good
played
point.
like main characters and side characters and stuff like that already. So I'm sure they're already, even if they're not doing it intentionally, like they have it ingrained, like what main characters are supposed to do, which is very uncommon for most people who go into like to do improv. Most people who go into do improv are either hobbyists or people who want to do whose line is it anyway, or stand-up comedians. Like those are the most
Yep.
common. I mean, correct me if I'm wrong.
Oh, uh, I have not seen the literature on it, but I'll take your word for it.
But, no, well, just the type of people that you've seen, like who like sign up to do it. There's the weirdos who are like, I need to do something, and that's me. I put myself in that group. There's a lot of people who are like, I need to do something with my life. What am I going to do? Improv. And then there's the ones who want to do it professionally, and then there's the stand-ups or actors who are trying to get like that other angle on it. But,
yeah, I mean, I can only speak to Denver.
Correct, right? Yeah, exactly.
It's like ID, because I'll be like, in Denver, the folks that take the classes are the accountants and the engineers and the people whose therapists recommended it, or their career coaches, and then there is like a small fragment of
because no one's going to Denver to become famous. Oh wow, I didn't even think about that. I mean, not through comedy, right? Like that. I mean, I'm not shitting on Denver, but like that's not like you go to New York, you go to LA, you go to Chicago to get into comedy. You don't go to Denver to get into comedy. Okay, so that's cool. So you actually have Dell's favorite type of people then, who are doing improv where you're at.
Oh, I suppose.
Well, that's what he said. He said he didn't like the people who were studying it to become famous or become comedians. He liked the people who were doing it because they thought it was interesting and they thought it would make their lives more interesting. Yeah. So okay, you were actually learning in the type of community that he was hoping for.
Well, when yes, and while I have not had the luxury of taking classes in Chicago yet, although that is a dream. Why not? I still can. I did when the theater was closing, and I was like, oh my goodness, I have, a decade, 13 years I guess it was like 15 years at that one theater, and now it's closed.
What do you do?
And improv credits don't transfer. They do and they don't.
Well, not on the surface. It's not. It's like they have to watch you and be like, "Oh, okay, yeah, I see what you mean."
It depends on who you know, doesn't
it? Yeah, exactly. Yeah, they have to know that you know.
Yeah, and so I did take classes virtually at the Groundlings during the pandemic, and then last summer I took like intermediate in person. And that was wild to me for everything you just said. Like everyone was trying to be, already an actor or, and I was like, I felt way out of my depth. I felt like I was a really strong improviser, but that wasn't what they were looking for.
It's a different type. It's only after I left the Chicago improv scene that I realized, and what I mean after, I mean like within the last couple of months, that I realized that their whole thing is a different type of comedy than I've ever been trying to do. They just want to play fast and hard. Like that's the style that they want to do. And I was like, because I was confused, because of course, Dell is long form, which is about slow paced comedy. And really living the moment,
Yeah.
At least that's the most satisfying to me. I don't know what the goal is, but
same. It makes me feel better to hear that, because that's how I love long form. I love to marinate in it and like trust that it will come back. That the audience, if I commit to it, the audience will warm to it, and I don't have to panic if they're not laughing the whole time, because I'm building to something.
Right. I've always been striving for it, and I went to Chicago wanting to do this, not realizing they did it more like comedy sports, because that's what their roots are. Actually, that's where Sharna had come from. I found out through Jock Slosh, actually, who we met through doing these shows. But that idea that things are much more funny when you weren't trying for it, and it comes from a place that can't exist from any other moment except for this one. And that doesn't come just by snapping your fingers. You can't get that through fast comedy, in my opinion.
Right. You can't. I agree.
You can't, And it's really, but it's harder to do because fast improv keeps people's attention, where you actually have to give interesting characters and be committed to what you're doing in order to keep people's attention in long form.
Yeah. I mean, and I love short form. Like I said, I
Absolutely.
got into
All
I
improv
got
to me is
into
good improv. It's like dogs. Like there's no bad dogs. There's no bad
oh,
improv when people make it up and are having a good time.
oh. I mean, okay, maybe. I feel like I've seen some bad improv,
Well,
but you're right. If they're having fun.
it's bad when people don't commit to it. And that's the only thing that has ever made improv bad. But in my opinion, I love bad improv the same way I love bad karaoke. Like, I love that somebody's getting up there and crashing. Like, to me, I can't, it cannot be finer. Because I've been there. I've been the one crashing. And so, like, I know their pain. And so just sitting there and cringing with them, being like, they know it's bad, you know it's bad, and they're still plugging along anyway because they can't get off stage until the show's over. Like,
Yeah.
it's
Yeah.
terrifying. But at least it's real. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Snaps to that. And yes, absolutely. I can think of like one show in particular where it was like, this could not be worse. Why are we all playing dogs? Why can we not get out of the scene? Why
Yeah.
are we gnawing the phone?
Somebody do it sweet better.
And
Right?
you're just wishing something, but you just can't. And this is it. We're crashing together. Um, I built the strongest like team memories from stuff like that. We're like, you know
Yes.
what? This show can't be worse than whatever that show was. And we'll be like, yeah, you know what? That's true.
Now, do you go to a lot of festivals, or how did you end up at the SCIF?
Oh my God. So this is the thing. So I have been on like a hermitage for like 15 years. After I left Chicago, I went out to the West Coast and did a couple of movies and did like some smaller productions. Wrote, but I was seeking after an idea that kind of like hit me in Chicago, which is what is a story and how do you do it intentionally, especially when the adrenaline's kicking. Um, so it took a long time to think through all of the thoughts and how to do it. And anyway, so it ended up with being I wrote a book year before last. I think that's how long it's been, and it ended up in the hands of Aaron Campbell, who runs SCIF. And so from there, we became friends. I saw that he had the event going on. It's, I'm in Louisiana, so it's not that far from me. And I was like, I haven't seen improv in ages. I would love to see like hours and hours of improv, not just because I knew that it'd been so long. I couldn't go see like a three set show or whatever, and that would be good. Like I needed to see like 16 or 20 hours of improv of all the kinds that I could possibly see in order to satisfy the need to see improv again.
Oh,
So
wow.
yeah, right. It's a wild sort of way to have gotten there, but I loved every minute of it. I sat in the seats for the entire show, all the runs of it, and even caught some secret shows. So yeah, I was
Great.
momentarily yeah. When the universe collapses for me and my consciousness like merges back with everything, that's probably the moments I'm gonna revisit is being at improv shows. I'll just be sitting in my eyes watching those shows again, being like, yeah, these guys are dumb. This is fantastic.
I love it. I love it.
So yeah.
I'm so grateful for that because I moved to, I felt like I had done my time in Denver, and I just, I felt like I'd done the shows that I was going to do, and I ended up moving to Texas for a year to be closer to my family.
Okay, gotcha.
That was too
I'm
close.
Jeez. And also
Yeah.
it's Texas.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then I moved out to Knoxville. I'm saying it, Tennessee, and
It's up to you. I don't know how much you want to dox yourself. I can edit if you want to, but yeah. Yeah, up to you.
No problem. Knoxville and I said it. I don't regret it. What else will I say about it? Oh, that festival for the same reason, I was like, if I'm going to have friends in Tennessee, I need to I need to go where the improv is. And sure enough, that's where I met some folks that were in my team. Although at first it was like, "Hi, I'm here. I've done improv. I'd love to, jump on a team or go see some shows." And there's one short form team that's been together for 30 years, and they have a good tight show. And
oh yeah, they were also at the festival, correct?
Yes.
Yeah, that's right.
Yes.
We talked about them on the show where we covered the festival. Fantastic team. Those guys, they're really tight. They've been together a long time. They know what they're doing.
Yeah. Yeah. They didn't email me back.
Oh no, I'm sorry.
But I did go see their show. They were very nice. They do have, I've seen them several times. I know them. They're awesome. They have a, just like theaters would be like,
Leo. You're like, listen, I love them. They
Yeah.
rejected me, and I will kill them. But they're great. They're great people. They're great people. But I will destroy them one day,
One day.
casually.
Although that's not my vision. My vision is more improv. And so
Facts.
if they're doing a
Always.
show and people are seeing it, I love it. So,
Oh, you guys are in the
yeah,
same area too. I got you. Yeah, it wasn't. Yeah, I was joking about the stringency of competition. More improv is always more improv. It's not like you. Yeah, there's just you, people should laugh.
Yeah.
They should laugh more, not less, right?
right. Yeah, so it just was hard to find long form. So I was so happy to there was the workshop that I took a couple years ago. Maybe it's 3 years, 2 years, 3 years, 3 years. I've been to 3 SCIFs, and
Fun.
yeah, the first one there was just one guy who was like, "Yeah, I'm from Knoxville, and we put together a rehearsal group," and I was like, "You must let me in your rehearsal group."
And then something, right? I need to improvise.
Yeah. And now I go to his house every Wednesday. So
That is what's up. Yeah, that is what's
Yeah.
up.
yeah, for improv, just to be clear.
Well, yeah, I mean, right, obviously, that was the connotation of what you said, and right,
That's what I thought
that
until you just said that.
yeah. Whoa, hang on. Now we gotta know that Kermit sips tea, but no, obviously, yeah, no, it's just because. And again, that's why I wanted to go do some improv, even though I hadn't, in 15 years actually done. I've been doing a lot of writing, which is the same thing as improvising, in my opinion. And I've been doing acting through the years too, but not the same thing as like, raw, just creating a character and playing it through a moment.
Yeah. Did you want to?
I didn't realize that I wanted to until I got there and then remembered how fun everything was, like again,
Yeah.
and then I just craved to do it. Yeah. I don't know if you met Mandy Bedbury, but I ended up taking her class. Because
Oh, awesome.
she was doing a movement class, and that's kind of like my jam. Actually, circling
Yes.
back to your question about the actors, so I started doing like a body, like you can hold on to any character in any scene as long as you pick a body part, and you can initiate or they can initiate, but your character's not going to leave you. Your accent's not going to leave if you're always leading with your knee or whatever. And so you play that game, right? I think I saw you actually playing that
Yeah.
game. Your game, I think in the show at SDIF was Martini. Um, and so your
Good.
character, you didn't have a body part. You had a prop that you had, which was fantastic, right? Keeps you grounded, doesn't let it slip away from you, um, right? So
Yeah.
it's something like that. So yeah, so I just you can do that as an actor, and I'm sure that your actor friends have already done that. Whatever technique that they use for building characters, when they have the script, so that they can hold on to it throughout the whole, nonsense and make it fluctuate and stuff. That's the same. I use the same technique in both like as an improviser. Because when I went and did that class again, I was like, I wonder if this will still work, right? And it was the same thing. It was just like latch on to that thing that people can't take away from you because they don't know you have it, and then you can play any scene.
Yeah, I would say the the things that the actors do that I'm like, oh, I love that, is they can do full body characters,
Ooh.
access um, emotions and yeah, just fully embodied characters.
Yeah,
And then I would say
not just
they
saying words like a lot of improvisers have a tendency to do. They'll be like talking heads, right? Like they're actually like they realize that it has to have a feeling behind it.
yes, and I would
Cool.
say that the challenge that this group has is so, we're having to work outside of plotting
Mm,
and just being in the moment and not
yeah.
talking about
Well,
and that's hard
they want their
because
script so badly, right?
right, yeah.
Right. So what's the next
So
thing? What's the next thing?
yeah, don't talk about it. Let's
Right.
see it.
Yeah, do
Um,
it. Put your hands on something. Feel the emotion.
yeah,
Yeah.
right, right.
Say just a sentence and let it sit. Yeah. I'll let that percolate for a minute. Uh, I don't suppose, although maybe it's possible. Have TJ and Dave migrated to Denver? Have you had a chance to see them in any location?
I have not got to see them perform live.
Okay, good.
I have not.
Have you seen recordings of them?
Yes,
Nice.
yes,
Okay, gotcha. Okay.
yeah.
I was that's cool. I hadn't thought about that. I guess a lot of people have, of course. Yeah. No, I was thinking about just the way that their slow comedy works, where sometimes it's not even they don't even say something like somebody's sighs, and that like kicks off the entire show. Um, yeah.
I love that.
That's the
Yeah.
fucking epitome of improv to me. Like to be honest, that's it.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I mean?
Say
Yeah.
less.
Yeah.
Yeah. If you some of the biggest, I think people are like you said, we're so in our heads about what we're gonna say, and nobody. If it matters what you say, this is not a knock. But if two people are standing around in a scene, I'm like, do a podcast because you're so clever,
Oh, right.
but
If you're just
we
standing
gotta
there.
have, yeah, we gotta give us a show. What are we watching?
Yeah.
What are we
Um,
missing? What are we missing? Right? Yeah.
Yeah, because that's I mean, and that's I think a lot of people do. They operate from that space because we generally like listening to something. But yeah, theater is kind of a lost art to the generation, my generation, but also like I'm sure further generations, because we
Wait,
don't.
how old are you?
Was that? Well,
How
40.
old are you?
Yeah,
40. What?
yeah,
Whoa.
right. I know, right? Isn't
Okay.
that crazy? Um,
Wow, my God.
yeah.
I thought I would have struck you 33, you know.
Thank you.
Um,
That's cool. A lot of people peg me in the mid 20s too when they see me, so that's,
yeah, yeah, yeah. I just assumed you were older than me, and I'm 26.
So
So,
I couldn't be
yeah.
your age. I must be at least a little bit older. Fair enough. But
Damn.
that's yeah,
oh,
no, but that's the thing.
cute.
Like, when Dell started and Viola Spolin were teaching how to do
How do you
theater
get
games,
breakfast?
people were actually going to see the theater as their entertainment because there wasn't movies
No,
until
this is a good
much
question.
later at the end of Dell's life. Sorry, Adam.
No, I was just gonna say I think this is a good question because how do you access this now? As like is it was that your question? Because like you kind of led into my question, which is like how does a young person actually get into this? Because it seems inaccessible, and I think like I was lucky to be a child actor, right, and like have that start, and like now I'm a half decent comedian or like semi less than half, but whatever.
But you have the
Um,
ability to
but
access emotions because you have that training.
yeah,
Okay.
right, right. And so, what is this still accessible to everybody? Because I might
Well,
argue that it's not, and I might
here's
argue that that's a problem.
Here's the good
Yeah.
But yeah,
news. Here's the good news, and Taylor,
yeah.
take it up after me, okay? If you don't mind,
Yep.
because I want to hear your thoughts. But I was recently doing research. Last year, I was doing research because I was curious about how much improv was happening across the United States. And I will tell you, in every major city, there is at least 5 to 10 like theaters, improv theaters. And this is when I say major city, I'm not just talking about the big ones. I'm talking about like big, like majorly populated cities in America, like Denver, for instance, which you wouldn't think of as a comedy mecca, has a scene that's there. And I'm guessing that it's only going to be another like 10 or 15 years where it's literally in every town. There's like it's as common as a dance studio. You have like an improv studio. Taylor,
I live
You
in
think
thoughts?
so?
Toledo, Ohio, and it's like a small city, but it still has like
Yeah, and
one
it has a
major
burgeoning scene also. Yeah.
improv.
Wait,
Yeah.
you're from Ohio?
Yeah,
Oh yeah, you
Toledo.
yeah.
guys,
I'm
y'all
near
didn't
Toledo.
know. Yeah, y'all are really close to each other. I forgot about that.
Yeah. I do Dave Crumbly shows, so
Oh,
yeah,
yeah. Okay.
yeah.
Me too. He produced. I
Probably.
did an hour, and
Oh, nice.
uh,
Fuck yeah.
yeah, he filmed it at the Toledo Tech Law.
Crumbly's great, man. Like, okay, David. Can I just say this? I want to say this out loud.
Sure, it's all
David
right.
Crumbly is one of the best people in Midwest comedy
That's what we've
to
heard.
get a show together and fucking like, yeah. No, Dave Crumbly's top of the peak. I can't think of a better. No, yeah. Aaron, you can
I'm
back me up on this.
hoping
Oh,
Fucking,
for
if you
sure,
to.
he's
listen back,
amazing.
Yeah,
Yeah,
in
uh,
2026, I'm hoping that we'll be able to do a podcast with them.
but
But
that
yeah,
said,
yeah.
Glass City Improv is what you need to look up. They've got classes, and they do a monthly show at like there's a studio next to the Valentine.
oh yeah,
Uh,
actually, I have heard of the Glass City. I'm. We will talk about Ohio comedy
Yeah,
another night. But Taylor, actually, I wanted to hear
yeah.
your thoughts on
Yeah.
Yeah,
uh,
back to you.
how common and accessible improv is, and if you think that's a good or a bad thing.
I mean, this is not a new conversation in the improv
Absolutely.
community.
Right.
It's
Okay.
like I was saying in Denver, the classes are largely professionals, and then well, I can't speak for all theaters, but in the bigger cities, there's usually scholarship or intern opportunities. I feel like whenever I listen to uh, improv podcasts, all of my favorite improvisers were interns, meaning they, helped out at the theater in exchange for classes.
100%. This guy
And
included.
so, yeah, yeah, and so that really skews the representation on stage. It can, so it takes a lot of like I would say outreach, but so as far as
Well, you're
'cause
doing
who
the
has
Lord's
time?
work, so of course it is outreach.
Yeah, yeah. So, and of course, since the pandemic, there's tons of classes available online, uh, and like you said, they're popping up in every city. So just look for those internship opportunities or, payment plans. I met Tracy. We do a weekly free drop in for an hour and a half. It's so fun. Um, I made so many friends, just people who are like, I'm interested, but I don't want to commit to a 4, 6, 8 week class. I don't want to spend money on that until I know what I'm getting. And so there should be opportunity, but certainly there is a barrier to entry for some.
Yeah, and I think there is like sometimes that social, like you just don't know what it's gonna be when you're walking into an improv class. Actually, I moved to Chicago to study improv. That was my entire goal in moving there. And it wasn't until I started dating this girl and she like challenged me. She's like, "Oh, you're here for improv. Why haven't you signed up for a class yet?" And then I was like, "Oh, dang it!" Because like I almost like chickened out, because I was
Ah.
like, I don't know what it is or what you're supposed to do or how to go about doing it, but I didn't want to seem like a puss, so I was like, "All right, yeah, I'm gonna do it tomorrow," and then I went and did it the next day, which was the greatest thing that happened. She's been gone long time. I don't remember her name, but thank you to that person. So doing the Lord's work. But yeah,
That's
no,
right.
I think that's one of the barriers. It's to it is because it is so weird or was so weird. But I think that's coming down a lot. I think a lot of people know what improv is to a certain extent.
Yeah. Yeah, I think so too. I mean, there's just more movies. Certainly, several jokes about it. I feel like most TV shows have some improv team joke. Um,
Well, and there's a lot of
uh,
improvisers too who've been making television for the
yes.
last 15 or 20 years. I mean, we know, I don't know, you probably don't know John Abbott. He's the funniest man in Wheaton, Illinois. That's his rock steady reputation. Um, but he was in Chicago. He was a coach of mine in Chicago, uh, and he attended bar at the Improv Olympic, and he said that when he started studying, like they were just snatching up literally everybody to try to put them on sitcoms, have them write for TV shows. For it was just like it was just a big boom. So I think yeah, it's becoming like really mainstream for people to know that somebody got their start being an improviser.
Yeah, one of my favorite games to play, but probably annoying for everybody else, is anytime there's like an actor who has a improv background. I'll be like Jane Lynch, Second City, you know.
Yeah,
Jennifer
exactly.
Coolidge, Groundlings.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. You see. Yeah. When you know, and you start looking, you're like, dang, because improvisers are good people to hang out with because they're generally pretty laid back. They can go with the flow. And then also you can throw them a lot of curveballs on set, and they're going to be able to handle it.
Yeah, yeah, so fun.
I mean, there was a time and place for traditional acting in film, but it definitely has become more running and gunning as, the sets and props are becoming more live. They're on location, they're in real cars, so you need somebody who is not, doesn't need to keep going back to the script. You need someone who could roll with the punches.
Well, and you know, hats off to you for child acting. I cannot read a script for the life of me. I mean, I did okay with sketch, but uh, yeah, not. I struggle if I were doing a table read. So I just,
Is it
ugh.
dyslexia you're saying? That's where you can't read it, or
Oh,
it's
um,
hard to act and put the words in your brain?
yeah. I think for me, it's very much. It's hard for me to learn lines without blocking. Uh,
Interesting. Okay,
and
because
so
you're
the
a
idea of like,
kinesthetic learner, in the
yeah,
body. Yeah. Okay.
yeah. So to be off
Whoa,
book first day
I'm
is like,
sorry.
go
I
ahead.
didn't realize that's one of the most insane things I've ever heard. I like that you have to block to learn. I'm super interested in what you're gonna say next because as an actor, that's never been like I can't block unless I know every line.
Wow. Wow. That's a
Yeah,
complete opposite. No, I could. Wow. Okay.
I
This is
can
a
only
cool
block
conversation.
when someone attacks.
I'm a parry kind of guy. Yeah.
Yeah, no, I wish it's like uh, if I have something to do with my body, I can assign the line to it. But yeah, when it's like, hey, you have to be off book, I'm like, if I don't know what I'm doing with my body, I I just have a hard time
Right.
reciting, or and not
Yeah.
so much. It might be I haven't been tested for dyslexia, but um, yeah, it just can be sound real. Uh, what's the word I'm looking for? Square, stuffy, uh,
Oh, like
scripted.
you sound like you're reading.
Sound like I'm reading. Yeah.
Okay, gotcha. Yeah, that's an interesting voice that is a voice. Um, yeah. Um, yeah, no, see, and that was the defense that I had to take because you don't always have that. And especially as I started like doing film projects and where you rehearsed wasn't where you necessarily shot. And then where
Yeah.
you were shooting was sometimes moved to a different spot to shoot something, or you had to do the same thing, over and over again. And so like having something in my body was my only defense to like make sure that I was doing the same thing, and then being able to know where I was in the script and in the character.
Yeah, I'm having an external processing here where I'm like, oh yeah, well, it's probably like sitting and reading and trying to learn, where I do need to be, it just like isn't embodied yet, and it's probably
Yeah.
insecurity too, right? So, um,
Well, so
that's how it
the
made me.
central nervous
Yeah.
system is spread out across the entire body and connects all throughout the brain, right? It kind of like spreads out that way.
Mhm.
And so for me personally, like I can't memorize unless it is on my feet and I am literally doing the character. Because
Yeah.
like if I'm trying to like read my lines and like hopefully that those words are gonna stick in my brain, it's not gonna happen. But if I like play it a bunch of times and I'm like, oh yeah, these are the ways that he moves, and this is the way that he talks, and this is the way that he thinks, then the lines become sort of like secondary because
Yeah.
that's I think really where you want to be, especially on a
Yeah.
script. In my opinion, Adam, you can weigh in because it sounds like you've had much more training than I have. But like, you want to weigh in on the like with a script because you, I think it was the guy who died of a heroin overdose. I am so sorry. That doesn't help narrow it down at all. Philip Seymour Hoffman. That's the guy. But he said that you have to do this type of acting where your brain reacts first, and so you get like involuntary muscle twitches, and the lines follow afterwards, because that's really more how we talk. Because like our brain explodes with information, and we try to like sum it up what we're seeing inside the behind our eyes.
So you want to go first, or you want me to go first?
I'm sorry, there was a lot of content there. Because
No, you're good.
all right, what you got?
So for me, I would say, if the director is happy, then you're on the right track, right? And then if you're on the right track, then you can kind of freeball it, in my experience. And like, I don't know, because I've always
So
because
hang on, let
directors
me
have
back up
asked
real
me to,
quick because you introduced this thought, which is that you have the whole entire script memorized, all the words in text, and then you can put them into any emotional shape you want. Is that correct?
okay, so So what I would say is, before the script is finalized, they have to see how you're gonna act. Um, and that really makes a good director.
Oh, I got you. I
Um,
see what you're saying. I got you.
you know what I'm saying? Like,
Right,
that's what
because they're
makes,
seeing you improvise it,
because
because
they're
you're
you're
living
right.
through the
What
moments.
they right because they picked you first, and then this is what's coming naturally to you, and so this is kind of what's going on. Um, and so, with that though, you like, it's not it's not in your pocket, because you're just a fucking actor. But I would say a good director can figure out how to make you show up, right? Does that make sense? Like,
Mm.
Yeah,
yeah.
I'm actually going to
Yeah.
translate that question to you, Taylor. So, how do you, as an instructor or a coach who's not going to be able to be there with them when it's happening, and get your students to show up like Adam just described? Because you know what he's talking about,
Yeah.
right? The difference between playing it and living it.
Wait, do you
Yeah.
know what a real quick? Do you know what a money player is?
No.
I've always been, so I'm shit at a dress rehearsal, but if there's a crowd, I'll go off. And my acting coach hated me for this. She hated me, but no, like like, because she has no confidence in me, and then I'm in front of a crowd, and all of a sudden I'm fucking great, and like, what the fuck is that? So I don't know. But that's just kind of my MO. I don't know. I need an audience, so I don't know if that helps or hurts, or keep going back to your point.
Oh, I feel that like there's something about the dark house, the lights. I can't see anybody else. Is
Yeah,
so different than just
the energy in the
performing
room.
for a room of the director and the other folks in the cast. Um, oh, yeah. I don't know who said it, but when you have a script, you learn the lines, you learn the blocking, and then you assign the character or some sort of order like that. And in improv, it's backwards.
Right, right.
You have the feeling, you move, you show the emotion, and then the last thing you do is deliver the line. And I think that's kind of what you're saying about the heroin overdoser.
Right.
Shall not be.
Yeah, Phyllis, see what happened. Well, that's how I've acted as well. Yeah, it's like once I can read the script until I get the feeling, and then once I get the feeling, I build the body, and then once I build the body, then I can finally learn the script.
Yeah. Sorry.
So is that how you mean? Like once
Yes.
it's in your body, you have the script, but you can't build the body until you have the feeling for the character.
Right. That's right.
Oh, God, it's so frustrating. It's perfect for improvisers. So frustrating as actors.
Yeah. What else will I say about that? And it has served me well. Sorry.
Okay, that's good. In what way?
You all right?
Oh no, David. Okay, gotcha. I hope
This
she's
drawing
okay.
is like the more I watch Jack's drawings, the more I fucking drawing with Jack. I mean,
Mhm.
the better this goes. Cause like, damn, Jack, you're so talented. This is insane. Why
Thank you.
why do you not have like 10 books out already? And like
Because I don't know. I'm lazy, I guess. I don't know. Like I've
that
never
shit,
really done.
that
I've
shading
never
is
done this.
crazy.
I've never done this for like any kind of accolade or to make money or
I
anything
don't
like
think
that. Like,
you don't have to. You like
Well, you're gonna get the accolades.
yeah,
That's the
that's what I'm saying.
accolades.
This is definitely one of the reasons I was like, we need Jack on this project. Because I don't, yeah, you're like, I don't know about laziness, but you're just like, it's just like, you're like, yeah, I can
I don't think
draw,
it's
but
like
like, it's fun
yeah.
to do.
no.
It's just
This
a
is
fun
like
thing to do.
as you watch this though, this is like very impressive. It's
I
super
mean, hello.
detailed. It's fucking yeah.
This this is the other reason why I
Well,
wanted Jack to be the illustrator for this project because
Thank
Yeah, no, you
it's
got a
fun to
fucking
look
great
at.
asshole for sure. Yeah.
Look at all that shading and the lighting.
Wait, did anybody play Dispatch? No.
yeah. Wait.
Yeah.
No. I'm thinking of
Taylor, welcome
Firewatch.
back.
Sorry.
How are you?
Oh.
Are you okay? You get a call or
yeah.
something?
Oh wait.
Yes. Sorry
Okay.
about that.
It's okay.
No, you're
I didn't miss any of it. I just muted
Okay.
myself,
I gotcha.
so I didn't miss anything.
Okay, cool.
Yeah. So sorry. I was saying accolades. Oh, that is so cool. Yeah, we were talking about
It was
I guess
about
the
the train of
process.
thought had come from that you were building the way that you build a character is you can only learn a script after you built the character and after you've had the feeling, which has served you well as an improviser, you said, because and then you got cut off.
Oh yeah. Well, and I just so that's probably the next area of opportunity for me. I think as improvisers or artists, we're always growing and trying new things and finding what's next. And I'm like, oh, this is definitely an area where I could improve. I took a voiceover acting class
Ooh,
out of curiosity,
how
and
was it?
boy, did I feel like a novice.
You're like,
It
I do
was.
character voices all the time. Why is
I thought, yeah, no big deal. But the problem was, it was like, I shouldn't say the problem, but I was with people who are, I was there out of curiosity, and everybody else was there to further their career, which is great. I learned so much from them, and I just was like, oh, it's good to be a beginner. And
That's so cool,
I
right? Yeah,
definitely
because
felt it. Yeah.
well, you can gain for a lot of experience because there's so many people around you who have more than you.
Right.
That is,
Yeah.
that is cool. But also, damn, all right, cool. Well, so I guess this is a big question that's been kind of lingering, and we're kind of getting into like the last half hour of the show or so. So what brought the change from Denver to Texas to Tennessee?
Yeah.
I mean, you had that grounded
Um,
scene, you were, established there.
yes. Oh,
Sounds like
where do
this
I
might be
start?
a long story.
Yeah,
I
no,
don't know.
no, I'll keep it. Well, so you had talked about, you said you were dating a girl, and she was like, "Well, why haven't you signed up for classes?" I
Yes.
had a similar situation. Like my story is like March 2nd, 2007.
Wow,
My
that's some
mom was in
specifics.
town. Yeah, my mom was in town. She's going to sign divorce papers with my dad.
Oh
I
my
was
God.
Yeah, and my boyfriend came over the same day and broke up with me, and
Uh,
I just was like,
this is too
oh,
meta. There's like so many levels going on
right,
at once. Like the universe is
right.
is rupturing essentially, right?
Love is not real. Everyone is alone. Um, and then
I mean, it's true, but it doesn't have to feel so bad all the time.
yes, and then I thought it was the June 8th boyfriend, but it was actually the June 11th boyfriend.
What a
He called
dick.
me. He called me out of the blue, and so
Oh, I'm
that was
sorry.
a different. That was the. Oh, sorry, I'm confusing my lovers here, but the. Gosh, yeah, so a boyfriend passed, called and said, I don't know, some information, then was like, I'm going to take improv classes, and I was like, oh, I should
Oh.
take improv classes. Oh, and they were so fun, and it just was like so nice to laugh again. So yeah. One of the things I told you. So, I'm 43. It was so, I turned 40 and 22. That was the same year.
Oh, gotcha.
Uh,
Okay.
I had talked to, what happened? Oh yeah. So I was teaching at Rise Comedy. And the Bovine was closed, and I was doing shows at Rise, and Rise is a great, the guys that run it. Nick Armstrong is one, and just Josh Nichols is the other, and they, what is his name? Steve Wilder. Not what is his name. He's so important to me. Sorry, Steve, if you ever hear this. His birthday is August 15th, so we have that in common. We're right next to each other.
Gotcha.
But yeah, so it's very much the shows aren't as the community has gotten so big that people don't go see each other's shows as much.
Okay.
It's like they'll do their show and then they'll talk in the bar, which is great. So I just sort of missed the community. There's still the community, but and Denver's an expensive place to live, and I was like,
There.
I'm not gonna be able to afford a place anytime soon. And I just felt like I didn't have the community that I had. Like, it has gotten so big that it wasn't challenging anymore. All the teams I was on were new, which is great. That's a great way to become a better improviser, is to play, get reps.
Right.
And so I just, my sister lives in Texas, and I thought, well, maybe I moved to family. Love my sister, but was like, I hate Texas. So, I actually had a short form gig at the University of Tennessee, Knoxville, at the
Wow.
Thompson Bowling Arena, which is where Tracy is a
Bowling center. Yeah.
stage member. Yeah.
Gotcha.
And that was cool. It was short form, but it was, 2,000 kids. Not real fancy. We got to be on the Jumbotron.
That is
and
fun,
I liked Knoxville. Yeah. And
Those kids
so
thought you were cool.
They definitely,
they
yeah,
thought,
it was the coolest thing that had ever happened to them.
Yeah,
oh my
she's
gosh.
there and she's on the Jumbotron
And the
at the same
Jumbotron
time.
and
with
doing
a bus.
comedy. Oh my
Oh,
God.
yeah. Oh my God. What is it?
Oh
What
my
are we
gosh.
seeing?
It was fun. There were 4 of us, and There was a favorite though. The kids loved the other woman, Jessica, and they were like, Jessica.
Oh,
Was she
And I
hot?
was not.
Okay,
Is she
sorry,
hot?
sorry.
Yeah, no,
never
she's
mind.
yeah, foxy.
Okay, all right, I get
and,
you. Hey, yeah.
I'm not
sorry,
jealous.
fucking around.
not at
No,
all.
I love it.
Right.
She's
You will kill her one
she's-
day, but you're not jealous of her.
Yeah, no.
And so it was. She has that. We did a show in, I think, Indianapolis, and the kids they just love her, and I'm like, I teach adults. I kind of perform for children.
Is she like, good
That's
with
fun.
kids, or
Yeah.
is she good
Yeah.
with kids, or is she just like, or does she wait? Okay, this is a good question. Does she have big boobs, or is she good with children?
Oh, wow. Okay. I mean,
No. That's
first of all, that
like,
could be a Venn diagram. That's not mutually exclusive.
Yeah. Okay. All right.
Yeah.
That's
Also, I would
There you
also point out that having big boobs would make you better with children, especially if you're going to be feeding them. So,
That's okay.
Yeah.
That's kind of what I'm getting at, though.
Okay.
Is just
I have great boobs,
see,
Okay.
and
that-
I'm
I mean-
okay with it.
Oh, okay.
nobody said. Yeah.
These
Nobody's
are
on-
the questions,
yeah.
and Taylor, thank you for bringing the real answers.
Yeah. Thank you.
So I'm good with some kids. She just has a different. She's also like a stand-up comedian, and I want my short form to be like, give me the scenic thing where that's my wheelhouse. I can do
Right.
puns.
Yeah. I
But
get it.
Stand-up comedy is
yeah.
more jokes, and so I'm sure she was also like trying to hit jokes, right? Like doing the zingy
Yeah.
version of short form. Yeah, fair.
Yes, and she does that. She does it really well, and I'm like, I don't pander. I earn, and the kids are like, we don't have time
Yeah.
We don't have time. Will you please
Kids
pander
don't
because
know about earning.
yeah, we've been eating a bunch of candy and we have short attention spans as it is.
for that. Right.
I'm hyped up on the
Candy?
Adderall right now.
Yeah,
Okay,
exactly.
like
You
I took
candy?
40 milligrams of Adderall before I got here today, and yeah, somebody gave me
And I'm
coffee earlier.
Kids, shut up and watch my art.
Right? Yeah,
Yeah,
exactly. Yeah,
yeah.
it's on the
They're not
jumbotron.
receptive. They're not receptive to that. They want more candy and vodka.
Well,
Sit down and listen to my innuendo.
you.
Yeah.
But you need that. Like, I mean, you have to have that balance. Not everybody can be cracking the jokes because you need someone to
No,
give
that like that's
like,
honestly. I
create the world.
I wish I could practice in front of a school of elementary schoolers at a fucking assembly, right? Like,
Do
that's
do
great
you
job.
stand up in front of a bunch of elementary school students?
Now that's now what I'm imagining. Is this valid? I don't know.
It would be
I'm just
pretty funny.
imagining a 1 through 5 grade assembly.
Your assembly
And
would start
it's
with something
me-
like this. So there I was smoking crack.
Yeah, so I was smoking crack with a pregnant mother of 3, and that's literally the start to one of my jokes. Which
Well,
I
see,
would probably.
Adam, see, this is why I'm glad that you're here, is because your stand-up to me is so much just improv. It's truth in comedy, you telling us a story. That is almost exactly what you do in an improv scene, except for you wear a character to do it.
Yeah, you be that mom.
Yeah, I
Okay.
mean, yeah, you'd be sitting there smoking crack, being that mom, and you tell them thoughts like, my kids are getting taken away because they say that I'm a bad mom. Like that joke right there, you just play that irony the whole time. This until you guys decide to stop the story.
Dude, you know what? That's honestly a great idea.
I'm
'Cause,
telling you.
like, because I mostly run with, like, you know this about me, but I mostly kind of run with premises. I'm like, hey, wouldn't it be funny if I told a joke about this?
Right.
And it's like, okay, yes, but that's not a joke. And like, you know, so it sucks. But no,
that's literally how improv
what-
works. Like an
yeah.
initiation is just like, what if I suggest to you a premise, and then someone goes, "Oh, that premise is real fun." What if I add something to it that would make the premise even more fun, and then you both go, "Hee hee," and then play
Yeah.
that
Yeah.
play that as hard as you
See.
can.
Like I'm imagining every small-tittied mom is now a bad mom and gets her children taken away, right? Because her kids don't like her.
There you go.
Right.
There you go.
It's gotta be
No, the
bad.
kids aren't interested.
And
Kids are not
then
interested.
the whole
Yeah.
law is based off the size of titties to see if a person is like good or not. And so, the man boobs
Yeah.
are winning in society.
Yeah, tax bracket based on cup size.
Good
There you
size
go.
stuff.
Build out the whole world.
Taylor just wants Taylor boobs to win,
All
but
because kids just
I'm
love
for
top
it.
milkers. I mean, damn.
Yeah.
Taylor tax brackets. That's fucking gold.
Taylor tax brackets, literally Taylor tax brackets.
Tax brackets for
Hilarious.
titties, like the titty tax brackets. Uh,
Yes.
oh my god, and that's improv. It's just you roll with it,
Yeah,
keep
there you
rolling
go.
with it.
That's
Oh
a
my
test
god,
stand for you, folks.
that's
Yeah, fuck
So and so yeah, that's
Let's start over.
I mean, that was just like it's a little.
everybody's learning something today. It's amazing.
Well, it's just I think Taylor. I mean, that's why you right. Like, I go on stage anxiously excited to see what is about to kick off. That's always my response because I want to see what's going to kick off and then see what we can do to make it like silly and
Wait, two things.
get weirder.
Why is it called Xmas Adam? Because I'm Adam.
Oh yeah, so we have a show coming up, Christmas Adam. Actually, when you catch this podcast, it would have happened on Sunday.
Yes. Promote
But
the show.
yeah, Christmas Adam is coming up. It's going to be out. We're putting out the official show in a couple days from when this podcast comes out. It's going to be on the 22nd,
Okay.
23rd. This is coming out the day before Christmas Eve, which is when the episode is going to drop. So Christmas Adam is about a man and what happens to him on Christmas Day and the day after Christmas, which is, of course, as we know, everybody knows, it's Christmas Adam, the day after Christmas.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
One of the
There you
least popular days to be born.
Yeah,
Yeah, the
exactly.
second
Yeah,
least
yeah, second least popular day to be born. Nice callback.
Is all the Christmas magic
We
is
got
gone.
her on the
Oh,
long
yeah.
form.
Man, we've been talking about improv for so long. We haven't been doing any of the silly fun
Wait, we
stuff.
should do improv.
I mean,
Wait, can we
that's-
do improv right
That's
now?
the thing. Well, you can. We're basically doing a bat. The show is basically a bat. Like we're
Yeah,
characters
yeah.
and we're conducting a story. And we can do it here. My thing, and I think Taylor's thing too, is object work and character, like body movement. So yeah. I would like to say yes, so much, but we will not be funnier than we are right now. Is my problem with the idea?
No, that's actually a great
I'm
point.
sorry.
That's actually, yeah, you're kind of right.
Because you know what I mean, because I know
No,
like you can see a picture of
you're
Taylor, but
right.
watching her play her characters are hilarious. And I don't know if you remember the SCIF, but it was a drunk woman who there was a twist on it where she was like she wasn't trying to hook up with men, she was trying to get more drinks or something. Like it was just something so silly.
It sounds familiar from but it's like a weird nostalgia. What?
That was months ago for you. I know you've done so many improv scenes since then.
Well, I kind of remember. Here's what I remember is they offered me drinks, and my thing was like, I should not just drink the.
Oh, that's right. You didn't want to get roofied, right? So you were always taking
Yeah.
drinks but never drinking them, but pretending to be drunk.
And we ended up on a private plane.
Crazy.
Going to a private
But there
island.
weren't any chair. There was only one chair, and my scene partner took the chair, so I was like, I'll stand. And I held on. I remember. That's what I remember.
Steady on the plate.
Oh, they were so fun.
So
Festival shows are always interesting because it's not necessarily, I guess that was a hometown show for us, but there's nothing more frustrating than like driving to another city, meeting all these cool improvisers, and then having your set bomb.
oh yeah, no facts. I've had that experience where I was like, yeah, we were the worst of the festival. Sorry, we're much funnier where we come from.
But we had fun. You were great.
That's awesome. Yeah, no, yeah. But it happens. You could bomb anywhere. It just, it just seems worse when when you've gone somewhere and done it. But
Right.
no, I was going to ask you, what is? I mean, I'm sure you've done some of your favorite characters or bits. What is that for you in the 15 or so years, more plus years that you've been doing it?
That's a good question. Fuck yeah.
Oh, yeah. I do have some favorites.
Nice.
One is like maybe like a little bit sexually aggressive, or like the flirt who doesn't realize that nobody wants to flirt with her.
Oh no. Okay.
That's like
Gotcha.
my favorite, where it's like everything they say is to me like them hitting on me, and they're not. And then
I
that
know
naivete.
the bit. I can see you doing that bit. That's funny.
Yes.
Yeah. Ooh,
Yes.
yeah. Oh, that's so hot.
You're so bad.
You're so naughty. And he's like,
No.
actually, ma'am, I need to really clean your pipes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh.
I bet you do. Yeah,
Wait,
exactly.
is that how
Yeah,
you're doing
that's. I'm a dirty girl.
Yeah.
No, that's hilarious. That's no.
Yeah. I was just trying to give you
How
the
is
straight
somebody-
man support to that bit.
How is
Yes.
somebody not gonna break during that bit unless they're just horny as shit and continuing with the bit? You know.
Oh, mommy eats her Brussels sprouts. Yeah.
That's a
What do
fun
you
bit.
mean, mommy?
Yeah, I don't know, mommy. And but I, like you said, my favorite thing is just to see, pick something up or just hear the, unusual thing and jump on that or, yeah.
Wait, okay.
That-
I have a weird question.
Shoot.
So from improv, I'm tempted to steal jokes. What do you think about that?
From improv?
Yes, it's yours.
There's
if
not
it's
really the
mine,
same.
yeah.
Same rules. In stand-up comedy, people like hone their jokes, and they take time, craft them. They'll do them for months, over and over again until they feel like they got it perfect, and so they get a little offended when you do that. In improv, I don't know. The moments are, if you're doing it right, it should never be like anything else. Because you're not trying to imitate anything except for what's developing right now. And the combination of people who are on the stage plus, where they are in time and space, it's always different. I don't think I've ever done anything that was close to similar to anything else I've ever seen.
Okay.
I mean, you can. People try to do like Star Wars shows and, like those types of
Wait,
scenes.
Can I read 3 jokes that I think are hack jokes?
Taylor, how do you feel about this? It's your
I'm
your
open to it.
You want to hear it? All right.
Okay. Why do we say crack and heroin is worse than weed when they do the job better?
Oh, dang, dude.
Which makes me wonder what you mean by better.
Yeah,
I mean,
right,
they
yeah.
get you higher. They get you fucking higher, for sure.
Yes.
White girls suck at blowjobs. If anybody wants to prove me wrong.
If anybody wants to prove it right, you dumbass, dude.
And then, vanilla wafers? Maybe what people can start saying Mine-nilla.
Oh, wow, bro. No, I don't know.
I don't know. But I feel like those are hack. Like, are those good jokes?
There's that. I mean,
The second one I thought was all right.
Yeah.
I think
All right.
Skip was right. Like it would be funnier to say if anyone wants to come up and prove me right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
you want to prove me right. Did I say it wrong? I actually switched the punchline. I did not mean to do that. I was not trying to correct that joke. I thought it was pretty funny. I was just like,
Sorry, I didn't mean to correct the joke either because I am not a comedian.
right? No, it's
I'm
funny,
an
but
artist.
yeah.
Wait, Taylor, are you a comedian?
Have you done
I consider
stand-up?
myself a comedian.
I mean, yeah, dude.
I think that's the question he's asking. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
no, that's the question I'm asking.
Uh,
Because
no.
of course you're a comedian. No, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, I never
but
really could get into it
those
either.
are those are three jokes that I gotta try on stage, and
Do it.
Well, I'm not a stand-up because it takes so much work. Like you write them, you work them, and I mean, when I tried, it's a different scene now. Nobody wanted to hear my, pew waxing jokes back in 2010 at a dive bar
those till
Tuesday
now.
at 11.
Those are
Yes, few waxing
crush.
jokes, fantastic.
Yeah.
Yeah, I wanted to. I
Pricing.
found out I wanted to lecture people, and the idea wasn't so funny as much as things I just wanted to talk about, um, which can be funny, but
Dude, wait. Okay, so wait, can I talk about this real quick? So I saw this YouTube channel recently they have, I think, 12 videos now and like 30,000 subscribers,
whoa,
and their top video has a quarter, like a 500,000 views, not a quarter, a 500,000 views.
whoa,
Like, and that video is titled, "If you're seeing this, the YouTube algorithm is bullshit." And he's playing Modern Warfare 2 on Skid Row, and he is he's not even good at Modern Warfare 2. Like, he sucks at Modern Warfare 2. But it's just like an old school gameplay commentary video. And it's very refreshing, dude. And like 500,000 people saw that. And I'm kind of tempted to get into something similar just because, like, yeah, I don't know what. Because this is different, obviously. Like, this is a whole scheme. Or, well, there's a mathematical definition of scheme that's different than your definition of scheme. This is a mathematical scheme where it's like it's a plan, it's plotted. But yeah, I might just start a new channel and do that because I don't see what the loss is, and I don't know. This, like, YouTube doesn't work the way it's supposed to, for sure. Because yeah, like, otherwise I would, because my math videos always work, but I don't know. I don't know what I'm saying anymore. Whatever.
I would
No,
say
I
thank
think
you,
you should.
Adam.
I think you should do it. Yeah.
Yeah, I would
that
say
YouTube
spiral
work.
off. There's always more chance to be more creative. I am going to point out we're in the last 5 minutes of the show, so
Oh,
we're going to move to any like wrap up thoughts. You have Taylor, that you want to make sure that you get in here.
yeah.
Oh.
Plug.
Plug. Yeah, so I started Vanity Improv, MANATEE, Vanity, VANITY Improv, and that's in Knoxville.
Nice.
My mom says it's stupid,
I
probably
think
because
that's a
it's
funny
based off
idea.
something my thank you. It's like silly. Like
We're
no
supporting.
manity is vain, right?
the
Like
vanity.
yeah, they're just silly. And we have drop-ins, we have classes, and yeah, we'd love to play.
Yeah, guys, if you're in the Knoxville area, check that out, and do that. And do you have a website or any socials that they can check out, get connected with
Yeah.
you?
Yeah, Vanity Improv, and then also just me. I'm Taylor Wingerter, TAYLOR WINGERTER on all the things.
Nice, and on all the things. Well, guys, we are wrapping up Drawing with Jack. Taylor, thank you so much for being here with us.
Oh, thanks so much for having me.
It's so fun. I'm sure that we'll be catching up in the future. We're here with Adam LeShok, that you can find at Adam Lesh on Instagram and YouTube. We'll make
It's
sure that we link.
full name now. Full
Oh,
name.
sorry, Adam LeShok. Adam LeShok. So I'll make sure we link that.
LESHOK.
There you go. Thank you for joining us here as a co-host.
Thank
Jack
you.
Haynes is our illustrator. You can find him on twitch.tv/Kopasu. He's streaming most of the nights that he's not here with us. And Aaron Cosbill, of course, is the professor of comedy. Check him out at professorofcomedy.com. and to find all his show dates, where he's at, and get him booked for your area too, because he does travel. So reach out to him there. Buy yourself a kazoo. I'm Skip Marazi, your host and friend. Thank you all for being here. If you want to find out more about what we're doing, you can check us out at coxinspace.com. That's COX in
Coxinspace.com, folks.
space
Coxinspace.com.
.com. Get connected there.
COX.
COX in space with the Discord, with our Patreon, with our Facebook, and you can connect with us in all of those ways. So we really appreciate you guys being here with us. Let us know what you want to talk about. Comment below, like, subscribe, and share, and we'll catch you all later. Bye.
Bye. Thank you.
Bye. Thank you.